Oi, oi, what's on, guys? Because Crypto here with another video. Haven't updated in the last few days just because life's been busy. And yeah, again, having a full time job and doing this. But again, I love doing this, so I'm going to keep updating you guys and just keep going on. So, obviously, guys, anything in this video isn't financial advice, it's just a guy who loves to chat and loves cryptocurrency. So, looking at charts today, guys, and looking at the current market, I mean, the total market cap is at 3.26 trillion. So even in the last week, we lost about 200 billion on the market due to kind of scares around, Iran and Israel. Whether it's the global M2 as well, people can't really clarify. But again, fear and greed at 48 at the minute, and altcoin season currently at 23 out of 100. So looking at currently, Bitcoin still trading just under 105,000, and on the daily, again, as you can see, everything's reasonably flat on the daily, down up just over even. On the weekly, down 2% for Bitcoin, Ethereum down 7.6%, and Ethereum currently trading at $2,532. So guys, just obviously any newbies in here at the minute, obviously just trying to understand the cryptocurrency space. As you can see here, Bitcoin currently at $104,838. That is how much one Bitcoin is, the value of one Bitcoin. And obviously there are how many Bitcoin altogether? 19.88 million Bitcoin in total circulation currently. So that's why the market cap is so large at 2 trillion. And as we can see, guys, the total market cap of the whole cryptocurrency space is 3.26 trillion. So at the minute, Bitcoin is holding a large amount of the cryptocurrency, its value is. Ethereum, again, so this is the second biggest, but again, just over 300 billion. So if you compare that to Bitcoin, you're looking at near enough Bitcoin being 7 times as large as Ethereum in value. So just a quick kind of patch up there. If anyone's not really understanding, okay, well, XRP is $2.15, Ethereum's $2,500. I mean, for example, guys, look, if you look here, XRP $2.15, that's amazing. And then BNB is $643. So you're thinking, oh, I'll go into XRP. But remember, XRP has a circulating supply. So the amount of XRP, or amount of tokens, is 58.93 billion, yeah? Whereas BNB has 140.88 million, so it has less supply. So obviously these tokens are going to be, let's say, worth more per token because they've got less tokens in supply, whereas XRP has a lot more tokens in supply, but obviously the value is less. But again, guys, that's just me trying to help you understand market caps. Anyway, XRP though trading at $2.15, on the weekly down 3.5%, on the daily down up nearly 1%, so we're starting to see a little bit, but again, everything flat on the daily really. Solana, again, slightly down on the daily, not very much, but on the weekly down 8%, so obviously we have seen a sell-off, guys, over the last week. And what else we got here? So obviously Dogecoin as well, so down 10%. Cardano down on the weekly, nearly 12%, and on the daily, nearly 1%. And then Hyperliquid at the minute down 3.5% on the daily, and on the weekly, down nearly 7%. But look, if you look at Hyperliquid quickly, guys, it has been flying up over the last, let's say, month and a half. Let's go last month. So last month we came from $25 and we hit a high of about $45. Let's go to the yearly. So guys, yeah, we were down on the, see, literally the 2nd of Feb. So 2nd of December, sorry, UK, we do dates the other way around. So 1st of December, we're at $8, managed to get up to near Christmas time at $32, back down around the tariff time at $10. And again, if you bought down in those lows in the tariffs, $10, we've went all the way up to 4.5x. So Hyperliquid doing quite well, obviously dropping off a little bit, but a market cap of 12.5 billion, so not too bad. But yeah, and then obviously looking at Sui as well. Sui is being hit hard on the weekly. It's down over 14%. But on the daily, we're up just over 1.5%. All right, what we'll do is we'll have a good look at the charts and just see what's going on. So obviously we got on the 4 hourly chart here, guys. So each candle is 4 hours. As you can see though, Bitcoin on the 4 hourly using that kind of 200-day EMA as kind of resistance slash support, hovering around it over the last 2 days. But currently, as I said, just trading in under $105,000 at $104,800 per coin. At the minute, we're using that kind of 105 as a level of support, resistance, whereas prior we're using it as support. I mean, 106 before kind of June 12th was kind of that good level of support slash resistance. So we're using that as resistance prior quite a lot throughout the start of June. And obviously we had that big shoot up to about 110,000, and all we've done is just come back down, and again we have wicked down to the 102,800 about a week ago, and now we've been wicking at that 103,400 over the last couple of days. But with Bitcoin at the minute, realistically, I mean, we probably hold this range for a little longer. We come above on the daily above this 104 up to 105,000, we might then range here for a little bit to think we want to break above the 106,000 to see some positive movement again. Okay, with Iran and with Israel, guys, we don't know what's going to happen, hence why I'll show you in a minute with liquidations chart that everyone is in kind of their arms up in the air, not knowing what to do, because you can't really call it. I mean, whether the market is kind of put on, its driving force is news that comes out, significant news around war, and no one wants war. It's a horrible thing, but with the markets in that respect, it can affect it quite a lot. But again, if there is a war and World War III does come out, guys, we've got less things to worry about than Bitcoin and your money. You got to make sure everyone's safe, everyone's kind of in a safe kind of environment, and because obviously if war breaks out, it's so unpredictable what could happen just in life in general. But yeah, so that's kind of Bitcoin at the minute, trying to break above that $105,000, and then again if we break above the 106, you're looking at then going on to hopefully about the 110. Then we might range back down and then pop off then from the 106 right up to see a good nice recovery. But we will see. I mean, on the daily as well, I mean, what have we been closing at? We've been closing, I think, at about 104. So yeah, literally just below that 105. So yeah, 104,000, near enough 900. Yeah, 104,900. Fine. Bitcoin dominance as well, guys. I mean, if we look at it on the daily here, wicking up to that 65%. But realistically, we want to come down and break this 64. Then absolutely, if we get below the 64, obviously we can wick back up. But we really want to break down below we'll go down to there, down the 62%. Once we break below, I think the 200-day EMA, we could start seeing altcoins push on a lot more. Because remember, guys, if Bitcoin's dominance does fall, it doesn't mean Bitcoin's price is going down. It just means other coins having a large amount of injection of capital or money, of liquidity going into it. So all these other coins, because again there's thousands, but again obviously the top 10 you're going to see quite a lot of liquidity, then the top 20 you see still a lot of liquidity but probably not as much, and then as you go down kind of into the top 100 you still see some liquidity go into it, but all of that then will be coming from Bitcoin and other people, because I'll see these projects, these lower projects kind of moving a lot faster than Bitcoin, because obviously Bitcoin, like I said, its market cap is at 2 trillion, right? To move that to 4 trillion, it's a lot of money you're going to need just to make double your money. Whereas Hedera, for example, it's about 6.5 billion. So if you want to move Hedera twice, it goes up to 13 billion, which is a lot, but it's nowhere near comparison to Bitcoin. So that's where then obviously the Bitcoin dominance comes down, but the price of Bitcoin doesn't come down. Just want you to get that, and other coins start to absorb a lot of liquidity, being that money. And then all of a sudden the Bitcoin dominance comes off because other cryptocurrencies are seeing a significant push in their value. So that's all that is, all right, guys. And again, if we look back, let's go here and here. So let's go down to, so last time we've seen a nice push. So Bitcoin dominance was up 61.5%, and in the December time when altcoins had that mini push, we went down to 54.7%. All right. So again, guys, if we go previous bull cycle, where are we to? So here we are. So guys, from here, previous bull market. So January 21, Bitcoin was market dominance was at 73%. So very, very high. Wicked down all the way down to just shy of 40%. So 39.5%. So guys, we have not reached those levels at all in the last kind of 3.5 or 4 years really. So when we start to see that, again, we don't know when it will come, but it will come down, and once we break here, all altcoins will push on. That's what we want, guys. And then let's look at Ethereum. So let's look at Ethereum on the daily close. We are closing at about, where are we to? So we're closing at about 25.30 in the last couple of days. Again, the lowest we've closed in the last since mid-May, or about nearly a month and a bit ago. The lowest we have closed is 2,472. So again, that's the lowest we've come down. But at the minute, Ethereum holding strong. We're ranging between 2,500 to 2,700 at the minute. And then once we break that 2,800 close on the daily, we're going to see Ethereum really push on. So obviously, guys, with everything going on, Ethereum showing good strength at the minute in the sense that it's range bound around here. And then hopefully we should see a break above the 2,800 and onto $3,000. If we break the $3,000 kind of psychological resistance, we're flying, guys. We are flying. And then obviously when Ethereum gives that kind of green light, altcoins will push along with it a little bit. But then obviously then the liquidity will go then into lower alts than Ethereum. It's like XRP, Solana, Sui, Hyperliquid, all these other coins. We're gonna see a massive kind of injection there. But again, it's about being patient and waiting for it, because it's not going to happen right away. It just isn't going to happen right away. XRP, again, I got a large hold of XRP. Again, guys, I do not hold Bitcoin or Ethereum. I hold about £5 to about £10 of Ethereum at the minute, because I've done some kind of swapping tokens on my Coinbase wallet, just because my Chinese Andy is now all gone. Managed to make about £900 off it, about £1,000 it was altogether. But again, I put 20 quid in, so I can't really argue with that. So, and I put it all into leverage trading, which I thought, most of it. And I thought, it'd be a good idea, because I don't think prices will come back down, because obviously the news around the war and around Trump get involved and all these things, we never know what's going to happen. But at the minute, so let's go from last week. At the minute, XRP, even we wicked up to 2,333, didn't we? And we've because of the good news about the Treasury, etc. That's down to 7.5%. Wicked down to about 10%. But again, 10% there. So where was that? That was on Monday, the 16th of June. What did Bitcoin do then? Monday the 16th of June. So Bitcoin was at, that's about the 108 mark, 109. So 109 down to here. So 5%. So obviously, like I said, Bitcoin went down 5%, XRP went down 9.5%. So it goes to show you there, guys, the volatility with these. Just again, XRP's got a market cap of about 135 billion, something like that. I think we just did look, but trying to remember it fully. 125, 130 billion, and it's still, that does drop a bit more than Bitcoin. But let's look at Solana as well. So looking at Solana, coming from, realistically, in the last week, Solana has seen a big sell-off. So we've gone from here to here, 13%. So 13% in the last week. And then let's go from that 16th of June, how much we sell off there. So that's there. So we'll go from here all the way down. So again, similar to XRP, about 9%. Fine. So again, like I said, guys, if you hold any cryptocurrencies and you're thinking, I want to make the most gains, well, yeah, your lower tier, you know, you go down the ranks a little bit, they will be, you know, you might make more money in the long run, but even in the long run, so throughout the volatility, you will have to stomach things like, you know, let's say you're thinking, okay, we've had a bit of a sell off, oh, we're coming up, and you're thinking, do you know what, we're going to come back up, we'll break this line of resistance, go up. So you buy in here, and you think, oh, I want to put £1,000 in here. Then boom, you drop 9%. So you've technically lost £90. And you're going to feel like absolute rubbish. Again, if you're holding a spot bag, it's a lot better. Leverage, too stressful. I mean, in a bull market, it's always good, but like I'm doing it at the minute with my capital that I've just taken out of my Chinese Andy, because it's just a meme coin I spent total 50 quid on, and it got me where I was. So I was like, do you know what, I want to see some gains where, you know, but obviously with the news, they're not doing too well, and I've just stuck with them. Not really looked at them as much. But yeah, at the minute you can expect like your Solana's again number 6 in the cryptocurrency space, your XRP and all this, number 4 in the cryptocurrency space. Yes, they're a little bit more volatile, so yes, you could seek more reward, but you're also more volatile to downside. So guys, again, not financial advice, but what I'm doing, any capital I have, for my spot bags, I see a dip, I'm like, okay, buy, and if it hits level of support, so at the minute Solana at 144, 145 near enough, it's holding this level of support right here. Again, we could drop down, you never know, but I added a little bit of bag the other day, not a significant amount, but again, how much I was able to. Again, you got to pay rent, you got to eat, you got to have, be able to eat, you got to be able to go out and still do stuff with loved ones. So don't put all your money into it, for God's sake. Hedera. Okay, I mean, Hedera, very undervalued for me. At the minute, seeing a bit of volatility and a lot going on, but again, trading at just over 14.5 cents. So from even the 11th of June, let's go from here, we are down again, so 20%, just nearly 21% for Hedera. So a lot of volatility there. And then from that 16th of June, we are down again. So again, that volatility just gone down the curve a little bit, because Ethereum is a bit lower down in the cryptocurrency space, around number 17 or something like that. Might be number 20, I can't remember. 21. So again, you're going to expect that bit more volatility, aren't you? And then I think, guys, Casper at the minute as well. Casper is coming down, wicking down to this 6.8 cents, and it's wicked down perfectly to it. Again, we were using it as levels of support or resistance at times, especially when the tariffs got announced. But yeah, at the minute, I mean, we wicked up back up to the 8.2 cent perfectly. Again, guys, I've just drawn these in about, so we went down 17 and a bit percent, down currently just 14.5% on Casper. But again, for me, a very undervalued project. A lot of things to come for it still, and again, the team funds its own kind of exchanges, etc. They don't get funding from anyone else. They do it all themselves, the developers, so they're pretty good. Sui, Sui at the minute, we're in this level of support around here, the 278. I've just put that there. I thought it was around the 280, but again, that 278 sort of level, very good level of support at the minute. Currently trading below the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. So Sui's seeing quite a bit of a sell-off. And again, guys, I mean, if we go back to 3 weeks ago, nearly a month ago actually, we come all the way down to here. Sui has sold off 33% in the last month. So again, that shows you, if you put £1,000 in it here, because you're thinking, oh, it's breaking, it's going to go up to its all-time high, and then 33%. So if you put £1,000 in, you'd be down £330. But again, you've still got 670. If you don't sell it, that means you haven't lost it. And as hard as it is to even fight, to be like, it is going to go up, it's going to do well. This is what the cryptocurrency space is about. It's about long-term investments, and kind of withstanding the turmoil, and also being, I'm not saying smart, but just being kind of aware of your money, about if you put in at certain times, it could drop. And if you do, like right now, perfect time to buy, I reckon. again, not financial advice, but that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be buying a little bit of Sui just to get, a little bit of flavour on it, and just to get hopefully a little bit of a kind of pour onto it, so we can, if we come back up to this $3, even $3.30, but let's go $3.30. So $3.30, we're up again 18%. Yeah, 18%. So you go back up 18%, you're looking at probably an increase of about 100. If you put £1,000 in right now, 18% increase, you're looking at £180. If you're going back up to here, you're looking at £320. If you go all the way back up to this level, or 50% back up, well, you're making back £500. Not bad. But again, it's about, okay, well, it's dropping, but guys, it is dropped before. Look, it literally, from all-time highs down to here, it dropped. It's come back up to 420, back down, or about 420, wasn't it? 420, 29. But yeah. And then at the minute, guys, I mean, Tau, let's have a look at Bit10 to Tau. Bit10 to Tau, again, quite undervalued, I think. Bit of AI/DeepIn. Looking like a very good project, but again, holding at 351 on the daily, not 350 on the daily, but still trying to fight with 387, and then coming all the way up. If we can break that 494 Tau we flying. Got quite a bit of Tau myself, and it always looks good to have. But then, guys, look at Aero at the minute. Aerodrome is flying. I had a leverage on this, and I closed it because I thought, with everything going on, I thought it was going to go up. So about here, I sold around 78 cents, and I thought it was going to come back down because everything was coming down now. All it's done is go back up. You can't read the market. I mean, I got about 20 quid profit. That's what I got. But again, I don't mind that. But guys, looking at the news and stuff like that, I mean, again, Federal Reserve doesn't cut rates, so still at 4.25 to 450. And all we can say is Trump is not happy. And obviously Jerome Powell is saying that the economy is in a solid position. But again, from looking at everything, I don't know how he can kind of logistically say, oh, well, we don't cut because everything else looks quite good. Inflation is down, unemployment is down. But again, in, what was it, September last year, he cut rates, and this situation was pretty much similar. Yeah, and then Trump obviously says digital assets are the future, and our nation is going to own it. So he's very bullish on future assets. And again, Iowa, I can never say it, House passes bill to exempt Bitcoin payments under $200 for a tax. Very bullish as well. So we're starting to see some government kind of implementation. And obviously then President Trump says the Senate passed on the incredible bill that is going to make America the undisputed leader of digital assets. Brilliant to see. And then obviously, guys, another thing, SpaceX Starship 36 explodes during static fire test. Not a great thing to say. And then obviously Trump, stating that Jerome Powell is a real dummy who's going to cost America billions. So no love lost there. Another thing, guys, Britain, woohoo! A British listed company called Smarter, the Smarter Web Co. just added 104 Bitcoin, so they have a total of 346 Bitcoin. I mean, we always do it last, but there is a company in the UK that are doing something with Bitcoin, so great to see. And then lastly as well, whilst we're looking here, guys, the Coinbase app, 382 currently. And 224 in the finance apps. So guys, it's not bad really, is it? I mean, we're in a good time here. Not many people know about it, so it's looking good. Not many people are looking at crypto, so happy days. And then Bitcoin liquidations on the last 30 days. So longs, 9 billion. Shorts, 15 billion. All right, on the daily now, because obviously in turmoil, longs 2.4, shorts 2.3. It's literally quite even. All right, so people here, they don't know which way to go. They're going long short, they don't know what to do. Guys, the longs though, I mean, look, on the 7 day, 6.2 billion, right? But look, you look at it, just under 3.5 billion. That's only back down to 102,500, and you're liquidating most of the longs from there. And then if we go to 30 day again, what was it, 9 billion. So from here, just 102k, 102,000. You're liquidating pretty much, plus stop losses might be about here, so you're looking, some stop losses, so you could be liquidating about 2/3 of that quite easily. So liquidation wise, I reckon you could liquidate about a bill to a half bill, a bill and a half. If we could drop down to 102, again stop losses will be hit, so it's whether they how much liquidation will occur. But yeah, guys, and then if we look at Ethereum as well on 30-day, so Ethereum just shy of 4 billion longs and 5.5 billion shorts on the daily. Look at that, longs on Ethereum 1.86, so shorts, so a little bit more on longs, but even Ethereum wicks down to that 2.5 again. We're going to take out probably 2,471. You're looking at liquidating a half of them. All right, guys, and if we look at the cryptocurrency space at the minute, so the yellow is crypto search term, Bitcoin is blue, XRP is red. So XRP up there, Bitcoin up there, crypto quite high, but crypto, and XRP all-time lows. Bitcoin still all-time low, but again, bit higher because everyone looks at Bitcoin before even looking at cryptocurrency. So goes to show there. All right, guys. But I hope today's video has helped, and that it's just giving you a bit more of an insight into what's going on here. My thing signed out, so I'll show you another time. But yeah, so guys, just again, take care of your cryptocurrency, take care of each other. There's going to be a lot of turmoil in the markets the next couple of weeks. We don't know where it's going to go, as you can see from the longs and the shorts in the last 7 days. Because of the news, we don't know where it's going. But guys, look after each other and take care, alright? Have a good one.